Hello, good morning, and you're welcome to Productive Mind Initiative channel. Thank you for tuning in. If you've not subscribed before, try to click on subscribe button, click on like and share on your social media pages so that you can be part of this campaign. What do we do in Productive Mind Initiative? We make sure that we give free online counseling to people living with HIV/AIDS. And so today we are going to be talking about stigmatization and discrimination as related to HIV/AIDS. So what is stigma? What is discrimination? We have somebody that is going to take us through this session in person of Mrs. Bolanle Faleke. She works with Lagos State Government at Ojo-Omoniyi Primary Health Center, and she's the ART coordinator of the center. She has over 11 years experience in planning, implementing, monitoring, managing people living with HIV/AIDS, and she has led many projects and grants like TB, HIV/AIDS, sexual reproductive health, and also water and sanitation, to mention but a few. We are so honored to have her today. If you have any question during this clip, make sure you click on that like button like I said earlier and put your question and answer. And you can also call us on our number. We are here for you at any time. It's 070-3294-5472. Feel free to ask any question. You are not alone. If you are within Lagos State and you've been diagnosed with HIV/AIDS, try to talk to us. Your confidentiality is the key, and we will ensure that you are linked to treatment and care. Thank you for tuning in once again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning into Productive Mind Initiative channel. If you are following us and you want to still listen to some of our topics that had passed, you can tune into our channel to see some of our posts, especially that of last week. It's very, very interesting. And today again, I'm here once more to talk to us. My name is Faleke Bolanle, and I'm a health educator. I'm the ART coordinator for Ojo-Omoniyi PHC. Ojo-Omoniyi PHC is one of the ART sites in Lagos State. You're welcome. So once more, I'm going to talk to us today on a very interesting topic, which is stigma. A lot of us have been hearing stigma, don't stigmatize me, you are stigmatizing. What do we mean by the word stigma? Stigma means a lot of things to a lot of people, depending on the context you want to use it. Sometimes stigma to mean a lot of things. Any behavior that is not socially or mentally right, that is meted to an individual, is referred to as stigma. Now, stigma in the context of HIV/AIDS is when a behavior is meted to an individual living with HIV/AIDS in a way that makes him or makes the person feel inhuman. Stigma can come in the context of within a family, at home. Stigma can come in the context at work, and even in the community. We have different forms of stigma. For example, thank God this is Lagos State. Lagos State is a state that takes care of people living with HIV/AIDS, and they really empower them to know their rights. And I can tell you, in most public facilities, there is what we call the stigma law there, pasted on most of the walls of each of the public facilities, where health workers know their rights and know how to behave to people living with HIV/AIDS, because it can cost you your job. So when it comes to stigma in the health sector, now some time ago, Project Alert and Workplace Initiative, they did a lot of work on stigma in the workplace. So it is not even right nowadays, except those that do not know their rights, where an individual will want to go and get a job and an organization will ask for the HIV status of that individual, or the HIV status is known by the new organization and such person is not given the right to get the job as a result of his or her HIV status. This is stigma. We call it workplace stigma. That somebody is HIV positive does not stop him or her from doing what he or she can do in her place of work. It does not, in as much the person is healthy, it does not affect his productive capacity in any way. So why should it be a prerequisite to getting one's employment or stuff? Another very common one is the house help, where a madam wants to know the HIV status of a house help. This is not right. Most of us, even we health workers, we do it. Before we employ our house help, we normally go take them to the hospital to know their HIV status. The very bad one is that they even do this without their consent. They don't even know. This is wrong. This is stigma. You can imagine, even myself, in my family I'm stigmatized. At times they don't believe that I'm not even HIV positive because of the way I carry HIV issues on my head. And there are times even in my place of work, they tag my office as HIV office. That is stigmatizing. They want to write invitation card, they will write HIV office. All these are very, very bad. It's demoralizing. But because I put a face to stigma and I tell it to the face, you can't stigmatize my client. A woman coming to register for antenatal and boldly writing on the card HIV positive, not even in blue biro, they write it in red biro. This is stigmatizing. All these are things I see and I don't take my eyes off it. So how do we stigmatize within the family? When you have to show love, concern, and empathy, not sympathy. Where they see somebody that is HIV positive in the family as if, oh, because he or she is not HIV positive, cannot do one work, and so on and the other. It's stigmatizing. Allow that person the freedom to do what he or she likes to do. The only thing you need to show to such a person is, let's say, love, concern, ask, have you taken your medications, and so on. Or another way is using interrogative language like, sure you know you are sick, sure you know you are not complete, you are not okay. You know, so many languages that some of, even parents to children, that they do. All these are stigmatizing. It's not. Stigma kills. It is really, really, really very, very bad. And we need to put a face to it. In one way or the other, that you know, if you are hearing me and you know you have stigmatized against somebody living with HIV/AIDS, I think you need to look at it in your own context. That if such a behavior is thrown to me, how will I feel? And I know when you scrutinize this very well, you know that stigma is actually killing. The people are looking at me like this. Oh, because I'm HIV positive, that is why you are asking me to sleep in a room that does not have nets. You know, terming things that are not meant to be for yourself, just because you're HIV positive. That is self-stigmatizing. And it is more dangerous when you self-stigmatize than even when others stigmatizes you. There is also stigma in the community. Community members are supposed to show love and concern. But when they start to show sympathy rather than empathy, it becomes a stigmatization. So we need to know the difference between this and that to know what to do. We show them love. We show them love, sympathy, and affection. Not empathy, I mean, not sympathy. When you sympathize with them, you show them, maybe before you've not been given this kind of, maybe a child, you've not been given milk before, you've not been given minerals before. Suddenly in each meal you put a cup of milk beside his or her food. That is stigmatizing. So please, the earlier we look into these two issues, the better. So like I said, that talking about stigma and discrimination we can't finish it in just one edition like this week. So we are still going to come back to you next week, where we'll talk about the various settings where stigma and discrimination can come up, the various settings, and how we can discern one from the other to actually know which is discriminating and which is stigmatizing. So to come your way next week again, I still remain yours, Faleke Bolanle, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Productive Mind Initiative, where you have more and more information about HIV/AIDS. Also, if you are HIV positive and you are confused, you don't know where to go to, contact us. Our phone numbers are there, and our various links where you can reach us are there. Reach out to us. Your confidentiality is very, very sure. Don't hesitate. Reach out and save a soul today. Thank you very much. So like I said, that talking about stigma and discrimination we can't finish it in just one edition like this week. So we are still going to come back to you next week, where we'll talk about the various settings where stigma and discrimination can come up, the various settings, and how we can discern one from the other to actually know which is discriminating and which is stigmatizing. So to come your way next week again, I still remain yours, Faleke Bolanle, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Productive Mind Initiative, where you have more and more information about HIV/AIDS. Also, if you are HIV positive and you are confused, you don't know where to go to, contact us. Our phone numbers are there, and our various links where you can reach us are there. Reach out to us. Your confidentiality is very, very sure. Don't hesitate. Reach out and save a soul today. Thank you very much.